Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear year 8 students, I hope you're doing well. I would like to say to you, welcome back after a long holiday. Might be some of you, it was a short holiday for you, or some of you miss learning and it's been for you long for the holiday. So inshallah, before we start the lesson, so I would like to share with you some information about your scheme of work, what you have done before, and where you're going to learn, inshallah. So we go to year 9. So you can see here, in year 8, you have learned these topics: food and digestion, respiration, microbes and diseases, ecological relationships, atoms and elements, compounds and mixtures, rocks and weathering, the rock cycle, heating and cooling, magnets and electromagnets, light, and sound and hearing. It's all about the topics that you learned in year 8 in term 1, term 2, and term 3, not only the last term. So you start from term 1 to term 3. So most of this are like, I sure 100% that you have done all these topics. So if you didn't learn some of the topics, or you basically you misunderstood or you need help more, so you will let me know, inshallah. But I want to ask you a question. So by the time you can see, okay, we finish the school of work for last academy year, for last year, during year 8 classes when you're learning about the topics. So my question is, what are we going to do during the online classes? Are we not learning anything? Are we saying we finish everything? No, we're revising the year 8 sets past papers for science, especially for chemistry, physics, and biology. So today's lesson, we started from revising together the year 8 past papers, the year past paper exam for biology, for last term exam. So inshallah, that's what we're revising together. Then after, I will explain to you first, then after, you doing a Google form test about that topic or about that exam. So I hope, inshallah, we'll be working together. If you need help, if something hard for you, you can text me on WhatsApp or you can text me on class lecture. So let's get about the lesson. So you can see here, this was the test you did during the term exam. It was about food and digestion and respiration. So this was the questions. You have here a card shows the amount of fat and fiber in some types of food and drinks from a cave. You have here a menu. So that after, you need to answer just these questions. So the first question says, right, from the card above, choose a meal consisting of a burger, a drink, and some potato to give the least fat and to give the most fiber. So you can see here the food and drink type of burger, meal what with the least fat, type of drink, and type of the potato. You're writing down here. Then after, you drawing a line for matching these ones and main reason why the nutrients needed, example like calcium, fiber, protein, and sugar. Question number 2, you have in this experiment shown blue, metal and ice react together to make hydrogen gas. Look at the flask. How can you tell that a gas is being produced in this experiment? How do you know that a gas is produced? So you need to tell like how you know that gas is produced. Hydrogen gas passes through the water and collects in the test tube. What does this tell you about hydrogen? It dissolves in water. It does not dissolve in water. It's acidic. It's alkaline. What it tells you about hydrogen? What happens to the level of the water in a test tube as hydrogen is produced? Question C, air contains the following gases: nitrogen, oxygen, water vapor, and carbon dioxide. Choose from these gases to answer the questions below. Which one of the 4 gases do we need to take into the blood in the lungs? Which one of the 4 gases can produce droplets on a cold window? Question number 3, you have a diagram showing some of the organs of the human body. So you can see from here. So give the names of 2 labeled parts were found is digested or the digestive system. Question B, why do we need to chew our food and mix it with saliva when we're eating? Draw one line from each bad habit to the organ it harms. So you can see the bad habit and the organ. Drinking too much alcohol, which organ it affects? Not eating enough fiber, which organ it affects? Smoking cigarettes, which organ it affects? And this question says by which organ in the list below can be harmed if we eat too much fat? Take the box, take the correct box, the brain, the heart, the lung, and the ribs. Question number 4, it says by people who have emphysema have damaged aspects of their lungs. The diagram show a section through a normal air sac and a section through a damaged air sac. So you can see the damaged air sac, and this is the normal air sac. So the question is, gas exchange takes place at the inside surface of the air sac when a person breathes. Which 2 gases are exchanged at the surface of the air sac? The amount of gas exchange is smaller in a damaged air sac. Explain why. Question B, the list shows 4 substances present in cigarette smoke: carbon particle, carbon monoxide, nicotine, and tar. Choose from the list the substance which causes addiction to smoking cigarettes. You just choosing the substance that basically causes to be addicted cigarettes. So the rest of the questions I'll show you inshallah by Google Form. That was the question. This basically is about your work today. So I changed all these questions to Google Form to be easy for you when you're doing the answers. You don't need to write down anything on a paper or on a book. You're just answering to Google Form, or you're writing all your answers by online. Then after, before 6 p.m., inshallah, I'll send you back your results for this test. So let's look the rest of the questions by Google Form. You can see here, yeah, 8 biology. So we have did all these questions, if you remember, we were on that. So you can see here, basically, the list shows 4 substances present in cigarette smoke: carbon particles, carbon monoxide, nicotine, tar. Choose from the list of substances which cause addiction for smoking. That's what I was explaining to you before we come to here, to the Google Form. My cause lung cancer, which substance causes from lung cancer? Is carried instead oxygen in the red blood cells, which substance carried instead of the red blood cells, instead of oxygen in the red blood cells. Question 6, you can see here, Peter burns a piece of crisp bread to find out how much energy is stored in it. Energy from the burnt crisp bread raises the temperature of the water in the test tube. So describe one way Peter has arranged it, the appearances, so that he is working safely. So question 5b, Peter wants to find out if potato crisp contains as much energy as crisp bread. He does the experiment again using a piece of potato crisp. There's just 2 things he must do to make the experiment a fair test. Question 5c, you can see the table shows some of the nutritional information from the packet of crisp bread and a packet of potato crisp. The table shows some of the nutritional information from a packet of crisp bread and a packet of potato crisp. Peter burns 1.0 grams of potato crisp instead of 1 gram of crisp bread in a similar experiment. What results will he get when he burns the potato crisp? Take the correct box. Let's take the correct box. Then of question 5d, you have fiber containing and contains energy. Explain why this energy cannot be used by human body. Question 5e, use the table in part B to give the 2 reasons for choosing crisp bread rather than potato. So you can see here the 2 reasons. Crisp bread does not contain vitamin C, which of the fruits in the list blue is the best source of vitamin C. Question number 6, the words contain added iron were printed according to box of cereals. So the question is, when you read that information, what should Colin expect to see? So in the experiment, what he expecting to see, and Colin finds that the cereal does contain pieces of powder with iron. Give two difference between iron metal and compound containing iron. So the last question is about the body needs iron to make red blood cells. The red blood cells transport oxygen to all the cells of the body. People who do not have enough red blood cells might feel that they do not have much energy. Explain why. So inshallah, if you need help, you can text me from WhatsApp or on class later. So this is your work for today, inshallah. Wish you good luck, inshallah. If you need help, you can text me, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.